Kanimuri may have to put up with a Delhi chill as the court asks the CBI to respond to a bail plea in December. Former DMK Minister K. Nehru can heave a sigh of relief till Friday. The Supreme Court stays his surrender. A top nuclear scientist tells NDTV in an exclusive interview that the nuclear plant is in danger if it's kept idle anymore. Another police reshuffle. Sokalingam is the new IG of the Central Zone. Mahali is the Commissioner of Salem and new DIGs are posted. The Theatre Owners Association says that they will wait for settlement of payment from Sun Pictures before screening their movies. Chief Minister Jayalalitha strikes a chord with music lovers with a new cultural centre for Tirunelveli. Students of 17 music schools will now get a stipend. Gold rallies by touching an all-time high of 29,000 on strong demand propelled by ongoing marriage season. Hello and welcome to News Tonight with me, Anu George Kanjanathopal. There's a lot happening locally and nationally, but first, the headlines. 31 get life sentence for massacre during Gujarat riots at Sardarpura. NDTV accesses a letter from CAG Vinod Rai to the Prime Minister saying at no point did he exceed his brief as the Prime Minister accused him of doing. The chief of India's largest oil retailer, Indian Oil, tells NDTV there's no directive from the government not to go in for further petrol hikes. Formal discussions between the Amar government and army on limited withdrawal of Armed Forces Special Powers Act ends. Will Manmohan Singh and Pakistan Prime Minister Gilani take forward what's called the Timputhaw of the last SAARC meeting? Italian Prime Minister Berlusconi to step down after Parliament passes urgent budget reforms demanded by European leaders. This is India's third highest fourth innings run chase, taking 1-0 lead in the three-match test series. The Delhi High Court issues this notice to the CBI regarding Kanimuri and film producer Karim Morani bail plea. There is no relief for the young Rajya Sabha MP, whose request for bail was turned down recently, and she will stay in jail till December. To give you a brief background, Kanimuri was arrested on the 20th of May and will go on trial on Friday for her alleged role in the telecom scam. Judge O.P. Saini, who's handling the trial for the telecom scam, said that her lawyers had erred in suggesting that as a woman, she was entitled legally to leniency. They had cited a section of the law that allows for bail for women under 16S and sick people. Judge Saini stressed that Kanimuri's background does not make her an average woman prisoner, so her lawyers appealed against his verdict in the Delhi High Court. The CBI had told Judge Saini that it does not oppose bail for Kanimuri and 5 others who are in prison for the telecom scam. The High Court has asked the CBI to explain its stand by December, while the investigating agency is likely to repeat that it does not object to her leaving prison. The next date of hearing is the 1st of December. That means Kanimuri will remain at Delhi's Tihar jail till then. In a temporary relief to former DMK Minister K. Nehru, the Supreme Court today stayed the surrender of Nehru in a lower court at Trichy. The stay will be till Friday and the court will take up the case on that very day. Supreme Court has also issued a notice to the Tamil Nadu government. Nehru was supposed to appear before the court today, and the Supreme Court posted for hearing on Wednesday a special leave petition filed by the former DMK Minister K. Nehru, questioning the Madurai bench's order of the Madras High Court asking him to appear before a trial court tomorrow in a case in which he was shown to have been arrested on the 3rd of October. Work at India's largest nuclear power park in Kudankulam in Tamil Nadu remains stalled as a consequence of the people's agitation against the nuclear reactor. In an exclusive interview from inside the nuclear reactor, NDTV science editor Pallava Bagla spoke to Mr. S.A. Bharadwaj, the second in command at the Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited. He says the delay in starting the plant is not only causing a financial loss, but is in fact endangering the life of the plant, and that taking people into confidence is a must and all questions must be answered.
How safe is this reactor? Can a Fukushima type of accident happen here? Well, this particular reactor, which is the technology of today, in fact I will call it technology of tomorrow, is I would say safest plant in the world today. For example, at Fukushima, what happened because of the tsunami event and the loss of power supply consequently, the power was lost and the water supply was lost. Both are crucial for keeping the core cool. Here in this plant, as you see on the top of the plant, just by mere air, natural air at the rooftop can keep the plant cool.
Sir, this particular plant has been in the helm of a controversy. The protesters have asked about 50 questions. Is the Nuclear Power Corporation of India in a position to answer those questions with some authority?
Well, I must first say that this is the safest plant, and this protest which has been going on is only revealing that we have not been effectively communicating to the people. We have not been able to communicate with the people, telling that how safe is this plant. So we have identified this gap area. There is absolutely no reason that we cannot answer questions on safety. Any question related to the safety of this plant can be answered. It will take time. It's a technology which is different than the usual. But the questions can be answered. We do not see any difficulty in answering the questions.
I have come to this plant earlier. I can't see any worker here today. Earlier we used to see there were bustling several hundreds and thousands of workers here. 13,700 crore rupees the country has invested in this. Do you feel sad? What is going to happen to the plant?
Well, I feel sad as an Indian, sad as part of the management of this company, which is a government company, that we are not able to proceed, and we were so close to producing electricity. Today the skilled workers have gone away, and they may be getting jobs elsewhere, and we will have difficulty to even get them back here. It is going to delay the activities, which were very small activities, were balanced. So I am sad about the whole thing which has happened, but I would again repeat that there has been some gap in our communication which we have to plug.
This non-starting of the plant, is it causing any financial loss?
It is causing a financial loss. It is causing, number one, there's such a large investment which is not becoming productive, so there is obviously this direct financial loss of interest. There is some administrative costs which are being paid today, but more than that, we are not able to generate electricity. Forget about the revenue which will come out of the electricity. This electricity has a multiplier effect on the industry. The whole industry, which could have grown, say, in the total life of their industry 1 month earlier, or 2 months earlier, or 3 months earlier, will now get delayed. So it has a multiplier effect. In fact, the financial loss can be very large if you try to calculate this.
After the major shake-up of cabinet ministers and IAS officers, the Chief Minister, Ms. Jayalalitha, has ordered new postings for the men in khaki with transfers for some of the top cops. Some of the big names include P. Shaktivelu, who is now the DIG, Vellore Range. K.C. Mahali is the new Commissioner of Police, Salem City. K. Sokalingam is IG, Central Zone Trichy. T. Jayachandran is SP, Special Branch Security 1. While R. Balasubramanian is now SP Special Branch Security 2. A. Saravanan is SP Dindikal District. Among the top DIG postings for Coimbatore Range, the new DIG is HM Jairam, while Tirunelveli's DIG has now been appointed as R.S. Nallasivam. K.N. Satyamurthy will now take over as the DIG of Madurai. M. Annadurai is now SP of Tiruvarur District. Also, Mr. M. Karunanidhi's home turf. S. Lakshmi is now SP of Kanyakumari District, while A. Kyle Vidi will take over as SP Vellore District. R. Tamilchandran is now SP for Pudukkottai District. The Tamil Nadu Theatre Owners Association has resolved not to extend any cooperation to movies released by Sun Pictures till all the dues are cleared. In a media briefing, the General Secretary of the Theatre Owners Association said that the dues amount to over 2 crores. The resolution was adopted at the association's executive committee meeting. The theatre owners threatened to lodge a police complaint if their dues are not settled in a week's time. Sources say that the Sun Pictures Group has denied the allegations.
Sun Pictures is a lot of arrears to our members for the past 8 months, but they have not yet settled the amount. They get settled partial amount. The balance, they are not giving any proper response so far. Regarding the films, Maapillai, Vetekaran, Sura and Yendaran, there is a huge amount is pending to our members. We asked many times, there is no response. So we have decided within a week, if the amount is not settled, we are not going to give any cooperation to release their films, either produced by them or they distribute any films. And also we have decided, if any film is given to their sister concern Sun TV from any producer, that film will not be also screened not screened. We will not give any cooperation to that film also. That is the decision we have taken today.
With what would seem like music to many's ears is the Chief Minister's announcement today on the launch of a cultural centre in Tirunelveli for ₹1 crore. This comprises of an arts centre and a music school. There are over 17 music schools across the state, and students from these existing schools will receive a stipend of ₹200 for 10 months. The Chief Minister, J. Lalita, has indeed struck a chord with music lovers. Gold turns dearer as wedding dates come nearer, so you can gift. More on that when we return.